calling it the war against drugs, because a war is a different thing. You know, a war is what Colombia carried on against the FARC. This is a much more complicated. This is a much more complicated thing. It has to do with supply, demand, bad education of people, bad habits of people, money. This is a massive effort on the part of a lot of governments to try to reduce something that is very dangerous and very bad, which is particularly the use of heroin, cocaine, the new synthetic drugs, methamphetamine. So I've been involved in this battle. I don't want to tell you how long, because it will reveal my age. But I've been involved in this battle since 1970, including my wife, my former wife, being an expert in drug rehabilitation. So I know both sides of it. I know the law enforcement side of it, and I know the drug rehabilitation side of it. I've prosecuted the lowest level drug dealers, and I prosecuted some of the most dangerous Colombian cartel people, and some of the most dangerous mafia people. So I think I know this problem really well. The easy answer for a lot of people is legalize drugs. If you legalize drugs, I believe a couple of things will happen. We will see a much more significant use of drugs, way beyond what we have right now. We will create a much less productive and a much less healthy society. It always strikes me as very strange in my city, where we have advertisements for people not to smoke cigarettes, but we have no advertisements for people not to smoke marijuana. If someone in Central Park smokes a cigarette, they get a summons. If someone in Central Park smokes a marijuana cigarette, the police ignore it. Explain to me how cigarettes are more dangerous than marijuana. So there's a lot of inconsistencies in all this. I also recognize that marijuana is not as dangerous as cocaine and heroin. And when I was a prosecutor, I never prosecuted anyone for just using marijuana. Only for selling large amounts of it. So I think we have to continue to keep it illegal, because I think it holds down the use of it. I think we have to work very, very hard together to try to reduce the amount of it. And I think America owes you something as well. I think America has often said, I know because I worked a lot with Colombia, to Mexico and Colombia and other countries in South America, and we used to say this a lot to Turkey and to Italy and to France when we used to have a French connection. We used to say, you've got to stop it, you've got to stop it, you've got to stop it. But we have a big responsibility here too. We have to stop it. Meaning U.S. has to stop the demand for drugs. And we've had some good programs doing that, but we've never put, except when Ronald Reagan was president, we never put the emphasis into reducing the demand for drugs in the United States. And when we did, it helped a lot. It helped a lot here, it helped a lot elsewhere. And I was part of that program, and I remember it. So I think when America goes and lectures to the rest of the world,